Hi everyone, this is Dr. K. Kiran Kumar. In this video, I am going to talk about one of the important concept that is financial analysis and interpretation. As we know that there are many ways to analyze the company financial performance, like through cash flow statement, funds flow statement, comparative statement, and common size statement, ratio analysis, economic value added, market value added. Like that, so many tools and techniques are available. Out of all these things, here I am going to discuss about one of the important tool or technique will be used for evaluating the company performance, that is accounting ratios. And as we know that the meaning of the ratio is nothing but relationship between two financial variables. Again, these ratios are majorly classified into four types, that is liquidity ratios, profitability ratios, leverage ratios, and activity ratios. Liquidity ratios are used for knowing about the liquidity performance. That means whether the company able to meet their current obligations or not. Profitability ratios tells about the profitability performance. From leverage ratios knows about the solvency positions, that is debt and equity. From activity and efficiency ratios we come to know the uses of materials, debts, and assets. And almost all, there are more than 35 ratios. Selecting one or two ratios is very important to evaluate the company. Why? Because different investors having different perception. For suppose, if an investor want to know liquidity position of the company, then he or she may apply the liquidity ratios. And some other investors want to know the company profitability position, they can apply the profitability ratio. So out of all these things, I want to discuss some few important ratios which will help a lot to the investors. In this video, I want to discuss about the investors ratio. There are some important ratios which will help to the investors to take decision or else to take investment decision. One is PE ratio. This PE ratio will be used for to know the market view of the future prospect of an entity shares. It means by seeing this P ratio, investors will take decision whether to invest into that company shares or not. A high P ratio suggests that growth is expected. It means as per the calculation of P ratio of a particular company, if it shows more when compared to the previous, then the investors may take decision to invest. And the second for most important ratio is earning per ratio. This is also one of the key ratio for evaluating the company performance. And the calculation of EPS is different in different situations. Why? Because in this, if you observe the formula for calculating the basic EPS is profit or loss for the period attributable to equity shareholders divided by weighted average number of ordinary shares outstanding in the period. Here weighted average. See here companies may go for issue additional shares either in any form like a bonus shares, a rights issue shares or placement. If it is like that, there is a chance of increasing in number of shares in the middle of the year or else in a financial year. For that, it is required to calculate the weighted average number of equity shares. And we know that why it is required to calculate EPS, that is to know the earnings on each share of a company. And while preparing the annual reports of any one company, they are supposed to prepare the EPS based on the consolidated reports and Profits for calculating EPS after deducting the payment of dividends to the preference shareholders, then only remaining amount will be considered for calculating the EPS. Second important one is the weighted average number of shares. Take into account the timing of shares issued during the year. In case if a company issue additional shares in any of the month or day, then the preparer or evaluator should calculate the EPS during the financial years. By taking this example, we'll try to understand. As per this case study, if you observe that 2007 profit is $4,60,000, 2008 $5,50,000. But if you observe number of ordinary shares in the year 2007, it is 8 lakhs, but 2008 increased from 8 lakhs to 10 lakhs. That means 2 lakhs shares increase. With this regard, it is required to calculate the EPS for 2008. Yes, this is the solution. For 2007, anyway, it is 57.5. But 2008 it is different. Why? Because 2008 number of shares are increased from 8 lakhs to 10 lakhs. For that we need to calculate the average. But as per this case study, additional 2 lakh shares issued in the month of July 2008. That means almost half of the year. So to get the average value of total number of shares, we should calculate for 2007 average and 2008 average. So 2007 8 lakhs into 6 divided by 12, average is 4 lakh shares, and 2008 10 lakh shares into 6 divided by 12, average shares 5 lakhs, so total 9 lakhs. This is the procedure of calculating the weighted average number of shares. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching my video.